Statement from Coach.
Well, first of all, thought Penn State was very well prepared. The coaches did a nice job. The players did a nice job. So, my hats off to them. It's very obvious that they pretty well schooled up. Excuse me.
Sorry, I apologize. Brian has no idea.
They're pretty schooled up on how to attack us and some things that we've seen be a little less successful for us the last few weeks. Got us on our toes a couple times on defense, and we did not react well to that. The key to that whole situation is it starts with the coaches, and didn't handle it good enough. So that wasn't acceptable. On the offensive side of the ball, I guess if I summed it up real simple, and then I'll take your questions, is this: football becomes really hard to play when you can't rush the passer consistently and you can't protect the passer consistently. It's a bad spot to be in. On top of that, when they stack 9, 10, 11 guys in the box, depending on the personnel that you're in, and they take away your run game, again, football becomes very, very difficult.
Take questions.
Jerry, why was it difficult just getting lined up defensively sometimes? There was 9 guys on the field at one point, I think. Why was that struggle?
They changed the pace. Honest, that was very unusual for them. And in that personnel group that they were changing the pace, it was very unusual, something that we had not seen. Didn't handle it well. There is no excuse why we should have been or could have been on the field or in a position to be on the field, but we weren't. It starts with the coaches. So that starts with me. It's not the coach's fault. We got 9 guys out there in that spot. The coaches got to be better. We got to communicate faster. It's got to get from the box down to Coach Randall so you have a chance to make a call. So,
Jerry, you guys had back in the game had them 3rd and 10 on that long run that Zwinak ripped off. Almost were down on the field. It looked like you were in your 1 or 2 down linemen. What were you guys expecting on that play, and did they surprise you by running it?
Well, no, the draw wasn't a surprise. Draw's a staple of their offense, and they hit it. They blocked it up and did a tremendous job there. You can't be in that position if it's as good a coach as Penn State has to think that a draw is not an option for them. They're going to be smart and try to run the clock, get the first down. It hit. It popped on us. We were pretty much we were up, moving around defensively, but we were gap sound, but they blocked us.
Gary, when did Caputo get hurt, and what happened, and how much of a loss was that to not having him there?
Michael's a huge loss for the defense. He was in every package. Found out on Monday, Monday afternoon, I believe it was, the situation with him was probably wasn't going to be able to play. And I believe he'll be back for the bowl game. We'll be fine. We just got to get him back where he needs to be, and we're going to take all the precautions with kids to make sure that we're making all the right decisions. And, we're trying to make the right decisions with him. But it was a major loss to not have Michael out there.
Coach, a lot of uncharacteristic play today from your team. Any explanation why? Is there anything you saw this week?
As far as what?
Not enough guys on the field, that type of thing, those kind of mistakes that maybe haven't happened recently?
No, I can't sit back and say that we had a bad week of practice. I can't sit back and say that I didn't feel like we were prepared. Communication is a tough thing, and I'm going to say it again. I give a lot of credit to Penn State. They put us in some situations today that they did some things offensively, they did some things defensively that they were well prepared, and their kids ended up executing. So, congratulations to them, and maybe one day we'll have another shot to redeem ourselves.
Gary, I know important to win on senior day was. You talked about the difference between this team being a good team and a great team. How much does today's game affect how you view the success of
I think this is a great team. I think anytime you win 9 games, you can be in that position. We label it as a great team, and an opportunity for them to go compete one more time in a bowl game. And it's a tough loss. I mean, losing. It's unacceptable. And if you're willing to accept it, then you're a non-competitor, and you don't belong to the University of Wisconsin in the football program. So it's a tough deal. Senior day meant a lot to be able to get a victory for these kids, but I believe they'll bounce back and they'll prepare well for the bowl game. And if there's somebody out there on this team that doesn't want to prepare well for the bowl game, then they'll miss the flight.
Gary, why was that receiver uncovered on the play down by the goal line, and is that the fastest 40 you've run?
Yeah, that was, I don't have it, again, that personnel package has never been split out. I've never seen a receiver come out of that. It's not an excuse. It's inexcusable. The person on the edge of the defense has got to be prepared to be able to play, and they did a nice job. The coaches on offense, they got us today in 4 or 5 different scenarios and situations, and that's an unacceptable play, and couldn't get down there in time.
Gary, can you talk about the difference between the play calling for pass as opposed to run?
Pass as opposed to run for
pass
us?
versus run ratio.
As far as our offense, I
Right.
couldn't tell you what it was. I would be guessing if I said anything. I think it's going to be skewed a little bit as you went through it. If I just put it in my mind as where I think the game was, it's, we didn't run the ball well in that. Whatever the rushing yards are, or per carries, or whatever it may be, there's no explosive runs. That's 2 weeks in a row where you can't sit back and we say we ran the football well. We don't have explosive runs, and we got to have explosive plays somewhere. When you don't have those explosive plays, again, football gets very hard, and we have got to be able to throw the football with consistency, with play calling, with consistency with the guy delivering the ball, and consistency catching it. And we got in a position where we had to throw the ball there late today, and did some good things, but that's not who we are. We need to play better.
Lance? Gary, how do you sum up the regular season? I know it's a little difficult today, but your senior leadership and just what these guys did for you going forward into the bowl game.
I love this group of kids. Unbelievably proud of them. They had 9 wins again. Very tough to do. Their ability to walk in and allow us to be involved in their lives. There's a lot of great memories there for me, and there always will be. And this will not define this football team for me. They defined themselves to me a long time ago with their toughness, their grit, their want-to, the direction, leadership that they've had to bring the young kids along. Those young kids better get it real quick, because there's some pretty powerful kids that walk down that tunnel tonight for the last time and won't be there, so they better figure it out. But this team's going to go down in a special place in my heart forever.
With what they were doing, crowding the line of scrimmage, should you have had some opportunities down the field to hit those?
We have to. We have to. I mean, that is the bottom line. That is the identity of where we are right now, and we're going to give up those big plays down the field on defense, and we're going to let them crowd the box when we can't make the big plays on offense. You'll turn yourself into a real average football team real fast, and that means the team that we played was better than we were, and that was definitely the case today for the Penn State team.
Coach, what did you tell your seniors in the locker room after the game?
A few things, same things I've said. I was proud of them. Winning 9 games is hard, in my opinion. That makes you a great football team. A lot of teams in this country would love to have nine victories, I'll tell you that much. And they have a legacy. It's a special legacy, but they have unfinished business. And we're going to come back. We're going to go to work. We're going to prepare, and every person on this football team better understand that we're going to prepare for a bowl game, and we're going to go in and we're going to expect to win. We'll have a good time, but we are going to expect to win the bowl game, and those are things that every young man in that locker room needs to understand and be excited about the opportunity to compete one more time together. And I'm also told them I'm very happy that I get to coach them for whatever that is, however many weeks it is, to try to get them ready to go win a game.
That BCS Karen's been out there. How disappointing is it to remove yourself from consideration? It's tough. I think it meant a lot to those kids to be in that spot and have an opportunity to play in the BCS. That puts you in the elite if you get into that scenario, and that's not going to happen. So we move forward. But that's such is life. And the way we played today, and the way I coached them, obviously, we don't deserve to have that opportunity. So it's gone now.
Gary, you mentioned not being able to get much pressure on their quarterback. That said, how do you think he handled the situation, your defense, and his ability to make plays against you guys when necessary?
Their quarterback?
Their quarterback,
yeah. They did a nice job. He did a nice job. He did. And the one down the field, he got hit, and the ball got right there. He's a special kid. He's a very talented young man. I think their coaches did a great job. Coach O'Brien, obviously, he's calling it out there for him now. He calls the whole offense, so he got us where he wanted us a few times, and we got schemed up pretty good by a very good football coach, and they took advantage of it.
Could you just address what you saw in the pass protection issues, Gary, and having to make the change of Brian going to left tackle?
Yeah, we were just getting beat, you know. It's a tough, it was tough sledding out there at times. And it's, they got a very good player out there, and we tried to do some chipping, and we'll be okay. You know, we've got tough kids, and you got to try to put the right kids in the right spots to be able to make the plays, and we've, you know, it's no excuse. Injuries are out there, the situations out there, we'll get better.
Gary, what explanation were you given after not being granted that timeout?
They just said they didn't see me, so I guess I didn't get there in time. I wasn't fast enough.
Anything else for Coach? Thanks, Coach.